Up through the right heel. Maybe come onto right hand fingertips or one fingertip. Or maybe bring both hands behind the ankle or the calf for one more breath. And release the hands to the floor. Step right foot next to left. Come up halfway with the breath in. And as you exhale, fold. Root down into the feet, draw the belly in, and rise all the way back up. Exhale, bring hands to your heart. We're going to do that same sequence on the other side, beginning with eagle pose. Or Garudasana. Take a deep breath as you lift the arms. This time, left arm wraps under the right, cross elbows and wrists. Sit back and down into the chair. Shift your weight onto your right foot. Lift your left leg up and over. Wrap the legs together, squeeze them, and sit down into the chair. Now lift your chest and elbows. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, round in, bring elbows towards the knee. Sit a little bit deeper. Take one more breath. And when you're ready, unravel your wings, your arms, spread them, reach the left heel back. And roll the left hip down a little bit more to square the hips. From your inner left thigh, lift your left leg, reach the arms forward, exhale, thumbs to your heart. Inhale, reach the arms forward, exhale, thumbs to heart. Inhale, once more, reach forward. Exhale, bring the hands back. Soften the right knee. Step all the way to the back of the mat. Inhale, reach up through the fingers. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, bring your arms forward. Exhale, sweep the arms down. Inhale, reach up, big breath. Exhale to the right. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, sweep. Inhale once more. Twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach. And bring both hands down to the mat. Gently lower the left knee. Heel toe the right foot to the outer edge of your mat. Coming into lizard on this side. Lift your right big toe. Slide the left knee back and release the back foot. Lunge forward, then lower the elbows. Remember to hug in the right thigh towards the center line of the body. Try reaching your heart a little bit more forward. Take 3 more breaths. Okay, if you're on the elbows, come back to straight arms. Heel toe the right foot a little further in. Shift your hips back as you straighten the right leg. Flex the toes towards you. Keep the knee soft. Lift the chest and extend your spine as you fold any amount over that right leg. Remember to dig your heel into the mat. 2 more breaths. And then start to lift your body. Rock forward onto the right foot. Tuck the back toes. Place your hands in front of you. Step into your right foot. Left foot comes up for a standing split. Walk the hands a little further ahead. Lift the leg as high as you can. Bring your belly closer to your right thigh. Right hand behind right ankle or calf. Maybe coming onto left fingertips or to one fingertip. Or bring both hands behind the ankle. Maybe being a little wobbly here. For 3, lots of breath. For 2, and on 1, release your hands. Step left foot back to right. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Okay, we're going to step right back to downward dog. Right foot back, left foot back. Okay, plant the hands, really spreading the fingers, grip the mat. On your inhale, lift your right leg, bend your knee and stack your hip. As you exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, reach the heel back. Exhale, right knee to your left elbow. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, knee to your nose. Place right foot next to right thumb. Anchor your left heel down. Inhale to a warrior 2. For me, I like to have my heels in line. You may like to have your front heel in line with your back arch. You can take either of those positions. Keep the arms up, bend into the right knee a little bit deeper. Ensure that your right knee is not caving in, caving forward. Draw it back. Broaden across the shoulders and collarbones. And then take a deep breath in. As you exhale, drop the shoulders down. I'm going to do some shoulder shrugs. Keep your legs really strong and your hips really stable. As you inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Hold the breath, bring them back. Exhale, roll them down. Inhale, shrug them up. Hold the breath, draw them back. Exhale, roll them down. And once more with breath, shrug, hold the breath back. Exhale, roll them down. Come back to your warrior 2, gazing over the front fingers. And then we're going to heel toe the left foot a little further in. Straighten your front leg and draw your right hip or right sitting bone back. Reach forward as far as you can, lengthening the side waist, and then tilt to triangle pose. Right hand to right shin. Okay. Left arm reaching up toward the ceiling. You can tuck your chin towards your armpit or look up towards the thumb if that's okay with your neck. Take a deep breath as you reach a little bit higher. Roll the left shoulder further back. As you inhale, come back to place. Gaze down towards the mat. Cartwheel the arms down. And then step back to high plank pose. Exhale through chaturanga, lower halfway or all the way. Take your cobra or your upward facing dog, really shining the heart through. Exhale from the belly, lift the hips. Back and up to downward dog. And just pausing to breathe. Pause to feel, to observe. And on your next inhale, left leg lifts up. Bend the left knee, stack the hip. On the exhale, left knee comes to left elbow. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, cross your body. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, draw the knee towards the nose, round in. And then step left foot to left thumb. Lower the right knee or right heel down. Inhale, warrior 2. Bend into your front knee a little bit deeper. Draw the left sitting bone back towards your right heel. Broaden the shoulders, but soften them down. And then look over the left fingertips. I'm going to do those shrugs again. Release the arms. Inhale to lift your shoulders. Hold the breath, roll them back. Exhale to bring them down. Inhale again to shrug. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale, roll them down. Inhale, shrug. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, down. Okay. Come back to warrior two. Heel toe the right foot in a little bit closer. Okay, straighten your front leg. Lift the chest, lean forward, and tilt to your triangle pose. Left hand to left shin. Right arm reaching up. Continue to hug your left sitting bone beneath you. And really press down into your feet. Engage your legs. Reach a little bit higher. Lean the upper body back. And as you inhale, come back up. Gaze towards the floor. Cartwheel the arms down. Step back to high plank. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhale for up dog or cobra pose. And exhale back to downward dog. Okay. Take a look forward. Walk, step, or hop to the front of the mat. And then come up halfway with the breath. Exhale as you fold. You can take your feet as wide as your mat. And then you take your elbows to your inner thighs. Sit into Malasana or squat pose. Start to lower the hips, being mindful of the knees. If this is far enough for your knees, you can stay here. Or you can sit a little bit deeper, if that's okay. And lift your heart towards your thumbs. Or you could take your hands to the mat. You might want to take a little twist. And some of you who are into arm balancing, you can take crow pose. We'll be here for 3 more long and deep breaths. Okay, and then release your hands to the floor. Step back again to plank. And then lower the elbows, or bend the elbows. Lower the knees, hips, and belly. I can't believe we've been doing this for I don't know how long now, and I still feel nervous. Now, reach the toes back. I'm going to take finger stand cobra. I know a few of you really like that one. So take your hands out wide, tent your fingers, lift your elbows towards the ceiling. Press down into the pelvis. As you breathe in, lift your chest. As you exhale, pull your chest forward and down. Inhale, peel the chest and ribs up off the mat. Exhale, reach the chest forward and down. Inhale, keeping the pelvis rooted, the tops of the feet anchored. Twist right ear, right shoulder down to the mat. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, twist left ear, left shoulder down. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder down. Inhale, lift your chest. And left side, last side. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, chest down. And we'll take a little rest. Bring the arms alongside the body. Rest your left ear on your mat. While you're here on your belly, breathe deeply down to the belly. Okay, now bring your chin forward and bend the knees behind you. Reach back for the outer edges of your feet, close to your toes. Ensure that you're using your thumbs with your index fingers. Roll the shoulders back a little bit. Hug the knees in closer together. Point your toes. Press down into the pelvis. And then kick the heels away from the body as you lift your chest in bow pose. If you have a sensitive neck like I do, just gaze towards the floor in front of you. You may be able to look up towards the ceiling as well. Continue to kick the heels back. Engage your buttocks as you kick. And lift your chest and ribs a little higher. And kick. And kick. And slowly lower down. Place the hands beneath the shoulders. Give your legs a little windshield wiper side to side. And then straighten the legs. Arms alongside the body. Gaze towards the left side this time. See if you can make your exhale just a second or two longer than your inhale as you rest. Okay, now we're going to bring the hands forward and come up towards the front of the mat for a saddle pose. Separate your knees about as wide as your mat. Bring your big toes together behind you. Place the hands on the floor behind you. Lift the hips and draw the tailbone forward, just creating some space in your low back. Then bring the hips back down. See if you can come back to the elbows. And this may be enough right here. If you're able to go a little further, you can bring your shoulders and the top of your head to the mat. And if you're back here, you can either cactus your arms or take opposite elbows over the head. Maybe tuck the chin. Remember, if your knees are a little bit sensitive or your back is feeling a little cranky here, don't force it to come down all the way. You can stop at any place along the way. Here on the elbows is quite enough, or even on the arms. The idea is to release your hip flexors. So see if you can relax those hip flexors, those muscles on the fronts of the hips. And while you're here, breathe deeper to the bottoms of your lungs. Take 2 more deep and full breaths. And then if you're all the way down, start to make your way up using your elbows, your hands. And then bring the hands in front of you. You can either step back to down dog, walk out your legs, or you can bring your legs carefully in front of you, taking your feet as wide as the mat. You windshield wiper your legs side to side. Okay. Now we're going to come up onto the knees for one camel pose, Ustrasana. If you've got sensitive knees and you've got a mat, you can double your mat over or triple it over. Give your knees some cushion. Your knees should be about inner hip bone distance apart. For today, because I'm feeling very stiff, I'm going to keep my toes tucked. This makes it easier to grab the heels. If you're feeling quite open, you can have the tops of the feet down, reach for your heels like that. Take the hands to the lower back, support your lower back and draw down through the tailbone. Okay. From the front of the pelvis to the belly button, find a lift. And from the belly button to the breastbone, again, find a lift. Maintain that lift as you draw the shoulders back. Lift the gaze towards the ceiling. And this may be as far as you feel like going, and that's okay. You can support your lower back, or if you feel ready to go further, reach back to the heels. And I'm trying to lift the back of the rib cage or the back of the heart as I look back. At the same time, push your hips and stomach forward breathe here, a couple more nice deep breaths. And when you're ready to come out, if you've got your hands on the feet, bring them back to the lower back for support. Lift your chest, untuck the toes, sit back on the heels. Just close your eyes for a moment. Feel. You may feel a lot of energy moving around. You may feel, emotions coming up. And sometimes the emotions are not pleasant ones. But those emotions are just as valid, and they need to be heard. So allow yourself to feel any of the emotions that come up. When you're practicing, it's a perfect time to sit with all the different feelings, all the different emotions. Okay. When you're ready, open your eyes. Bring your legs out in front of you. I'm going to face the camera now, but you can just stay as you were. We'll start by bringing the right leg out to right side, left leg in towards the inner right thigh. And reach up through the fingers, reach up through the sides of your waist. Turn your torso towards your right foot, flex your foot, and reach for your foot. And if the foot's a little too far away, bend the knee. Okay. I want you to bring your forehead as close as possible to your kneecap. So tuck the chin in, draw the belly in, round your back, and touch your forehead. As you take a few breaths here, you may be able to straighten your right leg a little bit more. But please keep your forehead on your knee if you've got that connection. One more breath in. One more breath out. And then start to lift your torso. Lift your arms. Bring your left hand towards the floor behind you. Come up onto your left knee and reach your right arm overhead. So nice side opening. And then bring the hips back down. Switch your legs. So left leg comes to left side. Right foot towards the inner thigh. Reach up through the fingertips. Turn towards the left. And reach for the left foot. Again, feel free to bend the knee. If you need to, I'd like you to try to get your forehead and knee together. This helps to bring some awareness, some stimulation to the third eye point or the pituitary gland in behind that part of the skull, the pineal gland in behind the pituitary. See if you can square your shoulders while you're here, bringing the right shoulder down and the right elbow down. For 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready to come up, lift the torso, lift the arms, bring right hand behind, come up onto your right knee, reach overhead, and then lower the hips back down. And we're going to lie down on the back now, so go ahead and just lie down any way that's comfortable. I'm going to take the feet in closer to the body, the knees together. Pick up the hips, shift them over to the left a couple of inches. Let both knees fall towards the right. Reach your left arm over the head. Maybe look to the left, if that's okay with your neck. You want to lengthen from the left hip crease. You can even think of drawing the left hip away from you. Lengthen from there all the way up to the shoulder, all the way up to the wrist as you twist. And roll the left shoulder any amount towards the floor. If you're in this position, you can take a cushion between your knees or beneath your bottom knee to support your hips. You can also use your right hand to just bear down and get a little bit more out of this twist. And take 2 more breaths down to your belly. And then bring your head back to center. Use your abdominal muscles so you're not straining your back as you bring your knees back to center. Shift the hips over to the right a few inches. Drop both knees towards the left. Okay. Again, a cushion or a block can be between the knees or beneath the bottom knee. Right arm overhead. Okay. Gaze to the right, roll the right shoulder back and down. A couple of breaths on this side. When you've finished your last breath here, bring your head back to the center. Again, engage the abdominals. Bring the knees back to center. Give yourself a squeeze, knees to chest. A little rock, side to side. And maybe reach your feet towards the ceiling. Reach your arms toward the ceiling, but soften. Plug into the backs of the shoulders, but soften the wrists, the elbows, soften the ankles and the knees. And then just start to shake your legs. This seems a little bit silly. Shake your arms as well. And really shake them. And I always give the example of Kermit the Frog when he is really excited, shaking all the limbs. Shake them really vigorously, get nice and loose. This is wonderful for the immune system. Remember to breathe. Shake, shake, shake a little bit faster for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then just come to stillness. Feel. And give yourself one more hug. Knees to chest, maybe bring the nose towards the knees. And then release your legs down. Release your arms down. Take your hands to your belly. Breathe into your hands. And then relax the arms back down. Take up a little bit more space. Broaden your upper back. Scan your body, head to toe. Notice where tension may still be gripping or hanging on. Your neck muscles, your shoulders, your jaw. Relax your jaw. Soften your forehead, your eyelids. And take at least 2, 3, 5 minutes rest in this final Shavasana. I hope you enjoyed this practice. Really out of my comfort zone. But I really hope that you get something from it. Maybe I'll do another one if anybody seems to want some more. So enjoy your final rest. Namaste.